Hey socialites, welcome back to another episode of Affordable Friday. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full review and wear test of Sephora Collection's latest foundation and concealer release, which is the new formulation of their Best Skin Ever foundation, which their claims is for it to be a medium coverage, hydrating foundation this time around. And also, I picked up the new formulation of the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer, which is supposed to be medium coverage, hydrating as well. So we shall be the judge of that. And if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts about these new products, then keep watching. Okay, socialites, so let's open up this box. I hadn't even opened it yet. So we have the new Sephora Collection Blurred Powders, which you guys have seen me on a couple of videos already use the peach one. So I have the brightening banana and the brightening pink. So we'll try these out. Sephora Collection, their pro brushes are 10 out of 10. I highly recommend their pro brushes. Now Sephora Collection has quite a few different, I guess, like ranges or kind of brushes. The quality isn't all made the same, but their pro brushes, not saying they're BK Beauty, but they're up there. They came out with a new brush, which is the number 40 brush. So we're gonna try this out as well. And whenever the Sephora sale starts, the brushes are also 30% off. So that's when I recommend picking them up. But this is how it's shaped. Sort of reminds me of the shape of that Vanessa Myricks brush. I'll pop a picture up of it, but the shape of it reminds me of that, but like a long handle version. Really soft, and you can move it. Sephora Best Skin Ever has a new foundation formula. So this is the new packaging. I picked up 2 shades because I wasn't sure which shade to get. I think they have a comparison chart, and the comparison chart told me 29N. And I also picked up the 31P as well. My skin color looks like I could probably go with either one or maybe a mix of the two. So this one is 35N from the original formula, and this one is 29N from the new formula, which they say is the shade equivalent. So there's definitely a difference with the old formula. It did oxidize, and it's almost my exact skin shade. So if you were 35N, their equivalent on the chart is not going to work. New formula of the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. This is in the shade 17N, which I don't think the comparison chart on the concealers, I wear 35N on this is the original formula. I wear 35N, and this wasn't even on the chart. So I just kind of had to wing it to figure out what I would get because I did order these online. So I'm excited for it. Now they are the same price and you get less product. The old one gives you 9 mils and the new one gives you 5 mils. So it's significantly less product. So I'm just going to apply my moisturizer, my Clinique 100 Hour Moisture Surge. And we're going to get a really good wear test. It is 1:38 right now, and we have to still finish up all the school shopping and with clothes and school supplies and stuff, so we're probably going to be out all day long. So in the foundation, this is the old formula. You get 25 mils, and in the new packaging you also get 25 mils, so you get the same amount in the foundations. If you've never tried the Sephora Best Skin Ever powder foundation, that's another excellent foundation. It's like up there with my favorite Makeup Forever one, and in that one I wear these 2 shades as well. So it has a rounder top on there, and it does say Sephora in there and sort of like more glossed over letters, which makes it look a lot more modern. I think it looks more modern and sleek, and it's a matte black with a matte black pump on the top, frosted glass. So this one is 31P. That's what that one looks like. Medium type consistency because it looks like a slow run is coming, but not too quick of a run. So it's not super thick, but it's not thin either. That's a lot of coverage, y'all. So this one is 31P, which looks slightly warm on me. And this one is 29N. 29N looks a bit light, y'all. This looks like it's gonna be too light. So I picked up 29N because I definitely wanted neutral. I didn't want a yellow undertone. There's a shade in between these two shades, which is 30Y. And I didn't get that one because of that Y or yellow undertone, but I may be that shade. This one's too light for sure. This one's too warm, but I would definitely rather go with the dark one than with this one. So what we'll do is what's left on my hand, we'll mix the two. This is what it looks like mixed, which seems to be close. Feels really smooth and buttery, and applying this with my finger is definitely giving me full coverage. Not medium, but full. This new formulation is supposed to be more hydrating than the last formulation, which was really matte, and this one is supposed to be a long wearing formula as well. Claims are medium coverage, but applying with my fingers, I'm definitely getting more so full coverage. So I'm gonna go in with my new number 40 brush. And ooh, this goes into like the angles of the face really good, and you're able to get good full coverage with the brush as well. They could have gone a little bigger for my personal taste, but the size isn't bad at all. These two shades blended together seem to work well. I just have a feeling that that in-between shade 30Y is gonna be too golden, like too yellow on me, and it's covering everything. I know the claims are medium coverage, but this is like giving me ultimate full coverage, just like the original did. The original definitely dried down to a matte powder finish almost immediately, and this one is keeping my skin looking supple and sort of plump, which is a result of the hyaluronic acid that's in the formula. So I'm not surprised. It looks pretty good so far. What's left on the brush, I'm sort of sweeping across the forehead because I don't want it to be too heavy on the forehead area or on the nose area. Even on my hand, look how pretty that looks, how smooth. So what do you guys think? The doe foot applicator on the new concealer is smaller, but it's not small, if that makes any sense. On the old applicator, it was just sort of big, which I did like that. I prefer a larger applicator on concealer because we're covering such a large space, so it's lighter, y'all. So this one is 17N. But I like the color. It is a true neutral, which I adore. And this one is 35N from the old formula. I like the color of this 17N that I got better because the 35N that I used from the old formula, I used to sort of sculpt out my brows and stuff like that when I want something super subtle. So for what I like in a under eye concealer, this would be perfect. I think the color match blended together is almost perfect, y'all. So let's go in with the concealer. It's not as thick as the old formula. This feels like that Makeup Forever concealer that I tried yesterday, the new Makeup Forever full coverage concealer. Creamy, almost moussey texture, not as moussey and buttery as the new Makeup Forever one, but something like that. Along the lines of that is what it feels like. And it's giving ultimate coverage. Like you can't see any skin through this at all. So this is like super full coverage. So the claims are medium, but I think this is like a full coverage foundation and concealer. I'm pretty sure I used way too much because this amount of coverage, I probably could have gotten away with half this amount of product. Sephora collection number 47 brush, and start blending from the outer edge. Dries down pretty fast, y'all. So this is one that you want to work fast. When it dries down this fast, it makes me feel like it's going to be long lasting, which are the claims. Back into my number 40 brush that I used for the foundation and just making sure that the edges are seamless. If you like their number 70 brush, but it was too stiff for you, you may really like this one. It's super full coverage, but it doesn't look overly made up. So I would say that it gives you almost like a natural skin finish. And I'm looking at the claims on the website, and it does say that it gives you a natural finish. Absolutely does. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe Shape Lifter Micro Contour, and I got it in the shade Sharpened. I think this contour would probably be best for like nose contour, like smaller areas, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if this is a new product, but it's definitely new to me. They had quite a few shades to choose from, about 2 of them I could probably use. One was warmer than this that would definitely work for me, but I went with the cooler one. So let me start off with a little just to see like kind of how this blends out. Yeah, this is something that I would definitely use on the nose. It's just so small, you know, but it's creamy. This shade on me gives me true contour, not bronzer, but like true contour because of its cool undertone. Put more on this side than I did on this side. In with a little blush. I'm going to use these Maybelline matte blushes, and the deeper shade is Berry Brunch. This sort of pinky orangey shade is called Hot Pink Summer. So let's see if we can do a combination of these two. Oh, this is a true berry, so I'm going to put, oh, that is stunning. I don't have a shade that color. Feels really watery. So let me blend this first because I don't know how this formula is. I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty 109 brush. That's pretty. That's a really pretty berry color. That would be perfect for fall as well. I'll have to put this in my fall makeup tray, fall or winter. Okay, so let's take a little bit of Hot Pink Summer. I don't even know if this would be a good blend together, but we'll try it and see. It's a pretty color too. It dries down to a matte finish. And it gives you a good amount of playing time. Like by the time I blended this wasn't drying up yet. So, okay, Maybelline, I like these. I'm gonna leave these up front. We'll use this next time. Okay, so let's try these Blur It powders, and they are truly blurring. Brightening Banana, and see if it brightens. Now, I'm not a fan of yellow under eye setting powders. I used to wear them like back in 2014, 2016 days, but it's just not my thing now. I prefer like more neutral undertones on a setting powder. But let's see if it brightens, because the peach one, although I love the formula, it doesn't brighten on me at all. And they come with the puff. Ooh, how cute. So the peach one I have, the puff is peach. This pink one has a pink puff, and the yellow one has a yellow. The yellow one has a yellow puff, so it's the coordination for me. Sephora collection has stepped up their game so much the last few years. Like, they are coming for some of the more expensive brands that are in their store, and they have better discounts on their brand than the other brands offer. So now what I'm going to do is switch the puffs. I'm going to put the yellow puff in the pink powder and the pink puff in the yellow powder, because what I experienced with the peach one is the peach puff blends in with the peach powder. So I can't really tell how much product is on the puff. I can't see. And this puff is a good quality puff too, y'all. Not much creasing, tiny bit. So the yellow definitely brightens more on me than the peach. Just as blurring. They need to make this same puff in a larger size. Same exact puff. Does it feel like? Oh, it does feel like their big jumbo one, because this is the Sephora jumbo one. So yeah, they do make it in a bigger size, which is the black one. They feel identical. And it's not super yellow. Like, it's not pulling me out of my comfort zone. It's not like super golden under eye. So let's try out the pink one, the brightening pink, using the yellow puff. The pink one is more subtle, which I already knew that because all pink powders give subtle on deeper skin tones like mine or darker. So the one that brightens the most on me is the brightening yellow, but I think this pink one is a little brighter than the peach one. So the brightest on my skin tone or darker is going to be yellow, and then pink, and then the peach is going to show up the deepest. So it actually makes me wonder how these are going to look on much lighter skin tones. like Caucasian skin tone, these may be too deep. I really think they may be too deep, but if you've tried it and you have a much lighter skin tone, let me know what you think about these shades. So actually, I'm gonna go in with the peach one and my large Sephora Velour Puff, and I'm gonna lightly set the bottom half and a little bit on the forehead. I feel like this formula has covered everything and it doesn't look super heavy or overly made up. So I'm gonna take my Absolute Pro bronzer in the shade Dark, bronze up the skin a little bit, and I'm gonna use the bronzer on my eyes, and it's just gonna be like a simple look, y'all. This brush is the Makeup by Ariell A21, by the way. Okay, so back in with the bronzer, and we're just gonna sweep this all over. Sephora Collection Love the Lift Mascara. Take a little bit of my number 7 powder and light. And I'm not gonna do a finishing spray because we want to see how this foundation performs on its own. e.l.f. lip oil and Princess Cut. I'm excited for this wear test, y'all. So it is now 2:19 p.m. So I'm gonna wear the makeup for the rest of the day, and then we'll come back and see my final thoughts. Okay, socialites, so I am back and this is what we have. It's now 8:21, so it's exactly right at 6 hours later. So as you can see, there's a bit of shine, but I really don't think it's super crazy. I started to see a little bit of shine around like the 5:30 mark, but it was minimum. I don't have any like visible signs of like emphasized pores or emphasis on fine lines as well, and there has been no oxidation. Definitely more hydrating than the original formula. With the original formula, at about the 4.5 or 5 hour mark is when I start to see about this level of shine. So I think it holds up about the same, if not a little bit longer than the original formula, but you get more of that plump look because there's hyaluronic acid in this formula. So it allows my skin to look a little bit more juicy and plump than the original Best Skin Ever foundation. So I have normal to combo skin type. Certain foundations I can have no primer on and it holds up a lot better than what this does, but this isn't terrible for me. So I would recommend wear a good mattifying or your best oil controlling primer with this formula, especially if you're somebody that has super oily skin. Definitely if your skin is oilier than mine, but if you have like a dry skin type or normal to dry skin type, I think you'll be fine with just whatever your regular go-to primer is. This foundation sort of reminds me of the the newest Lawless foundation that came out I think around April, around my birthday is when the Lawless foundation came out. It's a plumping, hydrating formula as well that gives about the same level of coverage. The Lawless foundation has an almost exact shade match for me though, but I still do want to try the shade 30. I wasn't able to get my hands on it though today. So let's zoom in for the concealer. At about an hour later, maybe an hour or so later, I started to notice significant creasing. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. I'm not positive if I set it the best, like patted out the creasing before I set it, because whatever it looks like before you set with powder is the way it's gonna stay. So we're gonna use it again on the next couple of videos and see what it does. But as of today, it creased on me within like an hour. So I'm gonna go in with my puff that I used earlier with no additional product. And it seems like it's a super easy fix. With the shine, you could just take your puff with you if you need it, because if I would have used my e.l.f. liquid poreless primer, it helps to sort of give me a few extra hours of long wear and mattify a little bit. I feel like I wouldn't see this amount of shine. So next time I wear it, I'll definitely be trying it with a primer. So for those who were interested in the new Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation and the new Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer, I hope that this video was helpful, y'all. So everything I used today, I'll leave down in the description box for your convenience, or right there on that YouTube shopping tab. And if you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are.
Just get to scream it up. Cause too fresh with the scar.